Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Scrapyard. Welcome to Kicking It with Chicken. I'm your host, Chicken. Firechicken, that is. I want to give you guys a little bit of an update and talk to you guys about the event that is going on this Saturday. So I'm going to wait till we get a few people in the chat and we'll start discussing all the details about it. I don't think this is going to be a very long chat tonight, to be honest. I think that I'm probably going to get to the point, maybe take a couple questions, talk about a few things, and then we're going to go on our merry ways. Ho, ho, ho. So if you're joining in the chat, I want to give a disclaimer. I have it set up to only subscribers are able to comment on the chat, meaning all you got to do is push that little subscribe button. I do sleep, but it's only 8 o'clock here, 8 o'clock p.m. So whatever time it is there is probably a lot later than it is here. That's why I said I'm probably going to do a short Kicking It with Chicken tonight. I do want to go to bed. We got the fight Saturday. I want to get some sleep. So, but that's what I'm here for. I'm going to talk to you guys about the fights. And if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please address them in the chat. I would love to answer them, most likely. Okay. Let's see. First off, if you're in the chat here, give it a thumbs up. You know what? I always like to get as many thumbs up as we can to kind of build the chat up a little bit, or build the Kicking It with Chicken segments up. Ready for Saturday? I hope so. I'm excited. Solo's excited, but you better watch out because he's got Kevin from IT, and I just made a matchup. Oh, you're in Poland. Wow. Yeah, it probably is pretty late there. Thumbs up. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, so Solo has Kevin from IT cornering him, and I'm also giving Kevin from IT a boxing match. Hey, what's going on? You got to change your name to your fight name. It's hard for me to remember who I'm talking to. I shut up just in time. Yes, you did. What is your fight name? Man. Hold on, I think. Let me see here. Okay. Yeah, you're just going to have to tell me. So let's get right into it. We got a few people in here. Kevin from IT is going against the Boar in a boxing match. Okay. I'm going to just go ahead and look this up, but because I'm pretty sure. Hold on, Kevin Messenger. Oh. Okay. I'm going to look up the weather really quick. I've been watching it because I tend to do that right before the events. I like to know what we're getting into. Okay. It's going to rain. We knew that. Hey, we're in the Pacific Northwest. Sasquatch's backyard. You don't have to act hard. Guns down, gloves up. Yada, yada, yada. That was just a UK quote. MJ got him. So let's talk about the rain a little bit and what you can kind of expect out in the scrapyard. Whether you've been out here before or, it's your first time coming out, we're going to talk about the rain a little bit. So if you're coming out and you have a pop-up tent, you know what I mean, right? The metal tents that come in a bag and you just pop it up, boom. Well, if you got one of those, you should bring it out because we're going to try to build like a city of pop-up tents around the ring. I took my pop-up tent and I put it right up against the ring. So cornermen, spectators, whatever, they're going to be covered. I need one to cover our second camera angle. The cage will not be covered this time. So the time that you're going to be, actually in the ring, yeah, you're going to get a little wet. I don't think you're going to get totally drenched, but I would say bring some dry clothes with you for sure. Bring some dry clothes. Hey, Senior Chicken in the house. What's going on? What's up, Pops? Unfortunately, we're not going to have a food vendor this time, guys. So I would suggest you bring your own food. Now, this is not a going to be a routine occurrence. Our food vendor just couldn't make it this month. Understandable. It's December. A lot of holiday stuff going on. Okay. I do have heat for you in the form of heaters. So at least you can stay warm. Even if you're wet, you can stay warm. So last fights of the year, guys. I mean, get it in. Get it in. And your fights this week, this weekend can get you one step closer to that wall of fame. I know there's a couple people targeting that wall of fame. We do have a toilet. The Scrapyard. You guys know it well. Please do not destroy my Scrapyard. We have to have that thing pumped out, and it's like $80 to get pumped out. So I just prefer you guys use it like it's supposed to be used. Don't go to the bathroom outside of it in front of my neighbor's house. That's wrong. So don't do that. Some stuff to bring. I would bring a spare set of clothes, possibly an umbrella, pop-up tent if you have it. You'll bring a pop-up. Nice, Boar. Hey, you changed your name. I love it. A pop-up, good. We'll pop everywhere. Sounds great. Sign-ups. I actually put the sign-up area inside a tent this time. And I think you guys will also kind of be able to hang out in that tent too. I would like a pop-up tent to be able to put over the heavy bag area so that people getting ready can hit the heavy bag and my heavy bag not get completely drenched with water, because I do keep it dry. So hopefully enough people see this and think to grab that pop-up tent. The time, fighters, I need you there at 10 a.m. And please, you guys know how to park. We are trying to get as many cars as we can. So please be respectful to my neighbors. Go slow down the road and park kind of uniformed, so we can get cars in there. Please. Don't bring any guests that I don't know you're bringing, okay? Nine Ether Being, what is up? Can't wait for you to come back to the Scrapyard. Don't bring any unauthorized guests, I should say, especially if they don't know the rules. And as their what's the word I'm looking for? Ambassador? No. Yeah, whatever. As the person that's bringing the guests, you're responsible for their behavior. No drinking. No swearing on camera, please. I know it's hard. I know that's a hard one, but YouTube does not like bad words in their videos. So we try to, and I don't like editing it, guys, because it takes time. I got to put in a little beep. I got to mute the words. So it's just not all around bad. The rules. Let's talk about the rules really quick, guys, because everybody can use a refresher, right? All right. No weapons allowed. You'll be searched on check-in. No drugs or alcohol allowed. No filming at all. No exceptions. Pictures are allowed when fights aren't being filmed. You can film when there's no fights going on, meaning if you want to get a quick video with somebody, if you want to snap pictures with people, that's cool. But if I see you deliberately pointing your camera at the ring and you're recording, I will kick you out. Actually, my security team will kick you out. I'm a little too nice. They're not very nice. No children allowed. Do not bring your children. Do not bring your pets. So definitely follow that rule. I feel like there's always once in a while somebody doesn't see that rule. Respect neighbors under 10 miles an hour on the gravel road. No profanity during. Keep your voices down. So when I say quiet on the set, guys, that means you guys got to be quiet because I'm trying to give the fighters their interviews. The ref also needs to hear the countdown to the end of the round. No money's involved. No betting. No paying fighters. No admission cost. Waivers will be signed. Photo ID is required. Bring your own fight gear. If you need some gloves, we could probably hook you up. You need a mouthpiece, though. So bring a mouthpiece for sure and have it formed to your mouth, boiled the night before. Don't wait. Pick it up tomorrow if you don't have one. Don't wait until Saturday and then be like, hey, Firechicken, I got to boil my mouthpiece because Yeah, I don't want people in the house. Leave coaching to the cornerman. If you're not in somebody's corner, don't be yelling at them to do stuff, okay? New to the waivers, I'm adding social media to display on the video. So if you have an IG or something that you want to put on there, I can include that in your video. I've also put your hometown, so I want to know like where you're fighting out of. I'm not going to include records anymore, guys. So when I announce you guys, I'm not going to say you're 4-2. You guys can announce your own records on camera during your quick intro, but I'm not going to be displaying them in your information anymore or saying your records. Because these are amateur exhibitions is what they are. So they don't technically count on a sanctioned level or whatever. So, and also our decisions. These are a couple rules that we have to implement, guys, because there are things that happen outside of our control, and also with the different branches of Streetbeefs, we try to be uniformed on things. So basically, we don't announce winners anymore. Now, what we do is the crowd votes on who wins. Okay. And I'll explain more about this on fight day. But hey, the best thing to think about right now is don't worry about it, because it's going to be pretty much the same. You're still going to get, it's still going to be the same. It's just a couple like some wording and stuff, and a couple details are changed. So don't even think too much about it. Probably shouldn't even have mentioned it, right? All right. Okay, you guys are being quiet today. Drama. Let's keep the drama level down. If you guys want to hype a fight respectfully or whatever, Mr. Top Knocker, what's up? They got sent out. If they're not available on fight day, lucky for you, you live like 5 minutes away. So, I mean, if I get them like Monday, I mean, you'll get yours Monday. I would bring a sweatshirt anyway. Don't rely on your custom sweatshirt to show up. Fantastic. What's up? Yeah, so if you guys want a pre-hype fight, if you want to hype a fight, that's cool. Respectfully, like don't get like Chael Sonnen disrespectful. And don't be getting in like confrontations at the event. I don't want to see that, and I also don't want to see it in the Facebook group. Fighters, you know what you need to bring, right? Come on, bring your wraps, bring your shoes that you're going to wear in the cage, bring your gloves, your mouthpiece, your cups, all that. I am too, Yupon. Okay, I saved this one for now. But first, please, could everybody go and give this video a thumbs up? I'm going to hold this pose until we get 10 thumbs up. 6. Okay, I can't do that anymore. But I do appreciate the thumbs up, guys. Lets me know you're not bots. Spy bots. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what I just finished doing, and it turned out really well. And I got to totally I love giving credit where credit is due. And I'm going to give credit to Streetbeefs, OG Branch, and Esteban for this idea. But it is a highlights of the previous month. So basically what I do is I take all the fights from the previous month, and I take little snippets out of them and just kind of build a short video, like 3 minutes long, with some slow motion and stuff in there. You give me a thumbs up. I don't need a thumbs up that bad, man. So I think it turned out really good. I went with kind of a retro theme on it, kind of retro NES style music, transitions, titles, text, all that stuff. So I hope you guys appreciate it. If there's any changes or anything different you would like to see on it, just wait till the video comes out tomorrow. I'm going to release it. It doesn't matter what time I say because you guys are all on different times. But I'm going to release it for you guys tomorrow, and you can give me your thoughts. Leave them in the comments. I love seeing your guys' names with comments on them, and then I'll respond to them. But feedback's really important to me. Lets me kind of know what direction, if I'm heading in the right direction or not. So yeah, that'll be out tomorrow. Questions, comments, concerns. If you guys got any, I would like to hear them right now. What do you guys want me to shout out? I was thinking, like, you know what, I got this time to say things at the beginning of fights, and I should be shouting some people out. I should be giving props to people, whatever. So I want to be more diverse on the things I say before the fights. So it's not just like a cookie cutter. Hey, thanks to our sponsors. This is this person. This is this person. Be safe, fight hard. You know, it's the same every time. I can basically just make a video of myself and then just copy and paste it in there. Heel locks. Why are they illegal in the scrapyard? Okay, this is actually a really good question, Mr. Whiskers. So I'm going to start off by saying that we, for the most part, follow amateur mixed martial arts rules in Washington State. I can't read that. It appears to be Spanish, and I don't speak Spanish, so I apologize. If you want to translate it on Google and then repost it, I can read it. Okay, so we try to follow the rules of amateur MMA in Washington State. Why does Washington State feel that heel hooks should be illegal? Well, as somebody who's done BJJ for a while, typically they don't even let you do those heel hooks and stuff until you're a black belt. But the reason for that particular lock, now you can do a foot lock, a straight ankle foot lock. That's fine, because what's going to happen with a foot lock is once you start pulling back on it, you're going to feel a lot of pressure in your foot, in your Achilles tendon. And then if you reef on it hard enough, it can break. You'll feel it. You'll feel that thing start to go, and then it'll pop. But what about a heel hook? Okay, the problem with a heel hook is it puts a twist on the ankle and the foot, which actually causes tension in your knee. Now, it doesn't hurt that bad until your tendon pops. And when your tendon pops, you're probably going to be out for a long time and need surgery. So it's super dangerous. We have experienced fighters for experience from 0 to level 5, which is basically under pro level. And if you get a guy that's got a little bit more experience, say he's just a BJJ guy, and he goes out and he does a foot lock to somebody that has never trained BJJ in their life, maybe they're a boxer and they got a little takedown defense. Well, they get put in this heel hook, and they don't even really know they're in trouble. You know, it's just like, oh, okay, you know, my foot's twisting. I can just make it through it, and all of a sudden pop. And this guy didn't even know. Well, okay, in professional fighting, you've had so much experience that you know what a heel hook is. You know what the dangers are. You know how to get out of it or how to tap before your knee gets completely blown in half. So I hope that was a good explanation. I couldn't really explain it too much in the video online. I realized we stopped one of the videos the other day. I think it was Uncle Busta. I might have put it out this morning or yesterday. And I realized we did stop that fight because a twisting footlock was happening. There are also other submissions that we don't allow in the scrapyard. I think the only other one is a twister. So a twisting backlock. Arm bars are legal, yeah. So arm bars, knee bars, because what happens with an arm bar is it gets extended, right? And you feel that tension in it, right? It's hurting bad. If you just don't want to tap, it'll break. Well, with you're basically but with the heel hook, with the twisting footlock, you don't feel that before it snaps. It's just so quick. So that's why that one's dangerous. Twisting backlocks are dangerous too, because you can paralyze somebody. So we don't allow those. So those are like the only two submissions we don't allow: a heel hook and twisting back lock. There are some other stuff we don't allow. We don't allow you to pick your opponent up and intentionally try to slam them on their neck. You know, and then the obvious stuff too. You can't knee a downed opponent. Actually, you can't knee a downed opponent in the face or a standing opponent. We don't allow knees to the face as in the scrapyard, or elbows to the face. And again, that goes back to the amateur rules of MMA in Washington State. Elbows and knees are very dangerous, and if you don't know how to prevent them, you can have serious damage very quickly. So basically, Streetbeefs in Virginia, they outlawed the knees to the face, and then we took it a step further and just did the elbows to the face too. What happens a lot of times with elbows, guys, is they cause cuts, and then we stop it for blood. So it's kind of counterproductive. You know, we don't want things that cause blood. That's why people always ask, why don't you guys do bare knuckle boxing out there? Well, because what's going to happen is two people are going to punch each other and they're going to be bleeding, and then we have to stop it. And then you got people complaining that, well, why you guys stop the fights too much? So it's kind of like trying to balance everything out. We don't want to stop the fights very often. We don't want to put all these rules in there, but we're looking out for safety of fighters. This is a backyard fight organization, so you know we don't do blood tests or anything like that. Of course, amateurs doesn't either. Pro level, you do get into blood tests and all that. That's why blood is acceptable. There's also the YouTube aspect of it where they don't like to see a lot of blood throughout a video. So we're trying to get a lot of exposure for the fighters. And if their videos are getting ad restricted, that means it's limiting the amount of people that can see it by 18 and over. So we try not to do that. Let me check on my video really quick. It is processed and uploaded. Scrapyard best of November. Trying to decide what I want to use for a thumbnail on that one. I'm sure you guys will like it either way, right? Yeah, no, people in general are infatuated with violence, so they want to see blood, gore, arms snapping, you know, all that stuff. But realistically, guys, you know, our fighters, the people getting in the ring, risking their health, you know, a lot of them got to go to work the next day, got families and all that stuff. And we're trying to make it entertaining for you guys, but we're trying to keep the fighters' safety as a high priority. I hope you guys can respect that because, oh yeah, come wait for the next fights. So the fights are Saturday. Oh, translation, greetings from California, Baja, Mexico for the next fights. Oh, okay. Thank you for Mexico. I also want to say we've got somebody coming out of the country for the fights this Saturday. It's the first time ever that we've had international travel involved with a fight. I mean, we always have people flying from different states to fight in the scrapyard, but this guy is coming down from Canada. So he actually wanted to fight last month, but the roads down here were all flooded and everything. Let you fight. All right, let's talk about this really quick. So I get messages all the time like this. Now, I'm not calling you out. Port Orchard, Washington. Okay, this doesn't apply to you because maybe you will fight. How old are you? Let's do this. Let's do the fighter quiz. Let's find out if we can get you here Saturday, okay? So I need to know how old you are because it is 18 and over to fight. I need to know your Buddy V. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah. Yeah. You gonna do a grappling match Saturday, Buddy V? Ooh, you versus Karate Gandalf would be good. Anyway, so you got to be over 18 to fight. No pay is involved, like I said. However, we do hand out reality checks. Thank you, Jay Godden, for that one. We're starting at 10 a.m. on Saturday, guys. So 10 a.m. for fighters, 9 a.m. for staff, Buddy V. 9 a.m. for staff. Daylight savings time is a biatch, and we're trying to get as much light as we can. 5-time wrestler for Seattle. I'm 18. Okay, you'll have to have photo ID to prove you're 18. Well, everybody's supposed to bring photo ID. So if you want to fight, email me. Here we go. So this is how it, because I assume you don't have Facebook, because we have a Facebook group. That's where all of our signups happening. But I do also, I do also have signups through email. Just message me, say I'm the guy from Port Orchard that's a 5-time wrestler, and I'll get you. I'll send you all the information that you need to know in order to fight. Basically, what gear you'll need. As I said before, 10 a.m. Saturday, you'll have to message me through email for the address. I'll let you know how many people you can bring. It's generally a +1 for fighters. So you can bring a corner person with you. That's to keep too many people from showing up, because we are limited somewhat in parking. Me and No Limit want to get one. Oh, yeah. I want to see that. And also, CL, I probably said that wrong. If you want to do grappling matches too, that's an option too. So you could do MMA, grappling, boxing, kickboxing, stand and bang. Okay, you want to do boxing, or do you want to kick? You can box or kickbox, but that's cool either way, man. But you have to email me. I would suggest doing it right now, because this is going to be our last fights of the year, and it would be a good time to get out here. We are in Gig Harbor, Washington, too. So you're in Port Orchard. Man, you're really close. How did you find out about us? That's what I want to know. I do run into people here and there that actually know me from doing these videos, and it is kind of cool to be like noticed in public by random people. So if you ever see Firechicken in public, hey, I got my sweatshirt on that says Firechicken sometimes. Say hi. Say, hey, man, I watch your YouTube. I watch all the fights. I do. I know who Lelouse is. I want Lelouse to come back and fight. I sent him a message. He didn't respond. I don't think he's like really big into social media. Yeah, man. Damien, I haven't had time to like watch any like real fights. Oh yeah, what's your what do you weigh, CL? That's a good question. Thank you, Scorpio. Weight is a man, like if I knew your weight, I could like damn near match you up right now. But we're doing our matchups at the event, guys. Some people are pre-matched. Yeah, he's friends with Little Loose. That's pretty cool, huh? We do our matchups typically at the event. I do match some people up ahead of time, but because we have people flake out and all that kind of stuff, I don't like to let people know who their opponents are and stuff ahead of time. Title fights, all that kind of stuff we do, ahead of time. You're 220 and you want to okay. Let me see who we got. I mean, we might have a couple people. Yeah. Let me find Streetbeefs Scrapyard. You got to join our Facebook group, man. That's where the magic happens. All right, let's see who we got. You're 220. You want to stand and bang? He's a little light. He's a little heavy. Are you? You're probably a level 1, right? Ooh, Yano might take more than one. King Abel. Who's D's? Oh, D's. Oh, 115. Simo, Poseidon, Slim Gotti, Jabberwocky. G-Man, 200 pounds. That could be. Sweet Tea. Ooh, Sweet Tea might be a good one. Yeah, we'll find you somebody, man. It's a show up and get matched up kind of deal. But what we'll do is we evaluate you based on your experience level. So, like, if you've never done a sanctioned boxing match or never really done a boxing match, we put you at a level 1. Nah, don't cut any weight. We'll put you at a level 1. Supernova. Who's Supernova? Did you really change Morningstar? Did you change your name to Supernova? You can't do that till you win the title. Yeah, like I said though, I wouldn't cut weight. What's the maximum weight difference between? Well, we do 10. So, Damien, we do a 10-pound weight difference. However, if there is more of a weight difference, I ask the fighters and make sure it's okay. Because, like I said, safety, yada yada yada. So, yeah, it's a show up matchup thing. You'll get set up with like a level 1, and you can do a boxing match, man. You can do grappling matches too. Maybe you want to do something else when you're out there. Some people come out and do like lights out or no limit. These guys come out and want to do like 3 matches in one day. They're crazy. Why don't you bring little Oos out though? Get him a match. But you gotta message me on email. Oh, okay. Supernova, wrong person. But yeah, Supernova. We could get you. We could definitely get you a fight next month. What? What?
Can you mute yourself for a second?
Yeah. All right, I'm back. Are you gonna see me cage fighting? Yes, you will. Yeah, weight difference does matter more depending on the type of match you do. Obviously, in MMA, you can use your weight as an advantage by putting it on top of somebody and keeping them on the ground. But also, if you are heavier, it might be harder for you to get up. Weight matters, but skill can offset weight for sure. Like I boxed a guy that was like 220, 230 one time in the scrapyard, and I'm like 185. Actually, I'm kind of a chunky chicken right now. I don't even want to talk about it. Chunky chicken needs to lay off the KFC. Ooh, that's like cannibalism. I just can't help myself. It's so spicy. I need to be USDA grass fed chicken. But yes, you will probably see me. You'll probably see me boxing at the Invasion. I reserve the right to do MMA for beef fights. Like if we remember, guys, we don't serve manufactured beef in the scrapyard. No. It's natural beef. If you have a real problem with somebody, you can handle it. But manufactured beef is full of growth hormones and bad for you. So please don't manufacture the beef and make stuff up. But what I'm getting at is, I mean, it would take like me to be on bad terms with somebody and whatever for me to want to do MMA. Natural. Beef, chicken, man. We don't got no pork though. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I need to lay off. Maybe Chunky Chicken needs to lay off the bacon. I haven't eaten KFC in like it's Chick-fil-A, the Heavenly Burger, the Heavenly Chicken Burger. That's my thing right there. I see people say like, oh, Chick-fil-A is not that good. I don't know what you're talking about. I just had Chick-fil-A for the first time like probably about 4 years ago in Virginia. That was the first time I ever had Chick-fil-A. And I was like, man, this is good. And the Chick-fil-A sauce. So I don't know what people's thing is, but they just don't like Chick-fil-A. Haters. That's all I can say. I'm not a big fan of KFC. It's just it's like weird chicken to me. It's like, I don't know. Oh, I want to shoot this out here for you guys. So we're doing a 12 episode podcast / show with Heart in the Fight. We, meaning the Scrapyard, it's going to have myself, Heart in the Fight, Jay Gotham, Viking Warrior, and the Canadian. And like I said, these will be hour and a half-ish long episodes, and there will be 12 of them. So screw The Walking Dead, screw Yellowstone, watch the Streetbeefs Scrapyard podcast coming soon. You're going to see a lot of big names from the Scrapyard in there. We're going to get in-depth conversation with those fighters. I'm not going to say any of their names because I haven't actually reached out to any of them. But a lot of people want to get on that, get that spotlight on them. So chances are you will see a lot of familiar faces on there. I'm really happy to see 12 thumbs up. We got 12 people in here right now, and we also have 12 thumbs ups. That's like everybody is putting up one thumb. They can put up two. You can only give one thumbs up. So, 13. Wow. Isn't that an unlucky number, though? But I'm really excited about this podcast thing. We just got 5 guys like 3 years ago. Oh, 5 guys. Yeah. Oh, Buddy V. Yeah, I know you're like, say what? So I am excited about this because we can talk about, I'm not even going to talk about on here like what we're going to talk about. I'm just saying like I'm excited about it, and that's the breakdown of it. You guys are going to get to see like a good amount of material from the Scrapyard and from your favorite fighters. So yes, very excited. Jay Gotham needs an opponent tomorrow, guys. So I mean, like, if somebody wants to show up that's about 200 pounds that wants to fight MMA or boxing or even kickboxing, but it's hard to find Jay Gotham opponents. He just looks intimidating. He's like a big fluffy teddy bear. He's really not like. Just kidding. But you know what? Fighting Jay Gotham would get you in the spotlight. And if you manage to beat him, I mean, Preacher's Son, he came out, he fought Jay Gotham, and he beat Jay Gotham. I mean, when somebody's already had some impressive wins in the Scrapyard, it's hard for that to want to be like your first fight. Sorry, Top Knocker. But like Rudolph, you'll go down in history. Sorry, I got to put those Christmas puns in there, right? I should get an ugly Christmas sweater. I don't have time. I should have got a Sasquatch ugly Christmas sweater. It's really what I should have wore for the fight Saturday. Oh well. You think I should wear my hat at least on a couple of them? You guys like festivities? Hold on. What's that? Okay, guys, let's talk about Mouthpieces really quick. You guys are allowed to bring whatever mouthpieces you want as long as it's in your mouth. If you bring one of those mouthpieces that sits outside of your mouth that covers your lips, those are not legal for fighting with. Do not bring those. Just get a $5 mouthpiece and form it to your mouth. We don't let people fight in those anymore. I know it happened in the past, but it's a Street Beefs wide rule now. The Terrifier actually sent me a screenshot, and and showed me the screenshot of Scarface himself banning those from Street Beef. So we will, of course, ban those too, because Street Beef's a family, and we all do things together. So consistency, uniformed consistency. I don't know. Let's see, Aaron. If I was mouthpiece is stupid in general. Yeah. Oh man, I got like Crazy Legs, the Terrifier, Kai, Jeremy, all these guys like talking to me on our personal web chat on Facebook, but they're not in the chat for some reason. Not supporting the Scrapyard. Yeah, you guys need to support the Scrapyard like a jockstrap. Come on, guys. Preacher's son got skills. He does. I wish I could say he would fight again in the Scrapyard, but I mean, I honestly think he's like moving on up. That he's got like bigger things in his sights than backyard fights. Yeah, I gotta go too. It's 8:40 and I want to watch an episode of Yellowstone tonight, so I just got hooked on that show. If you haven't seen it yet, what are you doing? Like, come on. My wife said the same thing to me. Not my wife, who was it? My boss told me like the same thing. He's like, "Why are you watching this?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, whatever." And then my wife got me to watch an episode. And I was like, "Okay, yeah, we're gonna do this." It's pretty good storyline. So I don't want to get into that though. I want to just close off with thanks for kicking it with Chicken tonight. It was a short one. I will try to do another one Saturday night, giving my recap on the fights. But a lot of times I'm really tired, and I also try to get in and do all my alternate angle uploads for the premium content members. If you want to be a premium content member, those are all these people that have the little yellow or green names with the little belts next to them. It's $2.99 a month, and you get to see all the fights the day after I film them. But it's Morningstar. There you are. But it is unedited, and it's alternate angle, and it's private just for the members. So it's meant to just be uploaded really quickly to kind of satisfy your bloodlust. It does take time to edit all the fights, and I kind of put them out on a schedule. So don't message me and say, when's my fight going to be out? I really despise that, because I put out fights the way I feel that they should go out. So if you have the most exciting fight of the day, it's probably going to go out first. It's better than buying a bang. Well, what kind of bang are you talking about, Garcia? Oh, an energy drink. Yeah, okay. It's like, maybe in Vegas you could get a bang for $2.99, but it's going to be a rough one. Maybe we can get a Morningstar drink. Oh, shit. Here we go. They're in the chat. These guys are fighting for the people's title Saturday. It is heavyweight people's title. We're calling it people's title now. Been a little bit of back and forth between these guys, but yeah. All right. Save it for Saturday, guys, because yeah. Oh shoot. Hey, Scorpio, you get to fight the winner. Okay, I'm done trolling you guys. I'm done. If I keep this up, I'm gonna get coal in my stocking. So, hey, thanks for kicking it with Chicken tonight. I had a great time. You guys always like keep me super entertained and just Positive vibe. I love it. I love answering. I love answering your questions and kind of getting down to details on why we do certain things, and going over my itinerary for Saturday. Blah 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 blah. Morning Star Monday 3:30. I'll be there. So I hope you make that a routine thing because I'm going to. Chunky Chicken needs to lose some weight. Chunky Chicken needs to start eating vegetables and running and not lifting weights and eating carbs and sugar and carbs. Yes, the real lion. I had a little spot right here. Maybe it was right here from. I don't know if it was from him or Reaper. I actually think it was real lion. He caught me. We catch each other, but he's got some heavy hands. Gash! Oh, I'm glad I didn't leave too early. Welcome to the chat. I got to get a hold of you about something. I touched on it a little bit in the chat here, but I'm not really talking about it too publicly yet. It's more just kind of like yeah. Y'all need better matchups. Too many dumb 0-0 versus 8-0. Well, blood raw truth. I guess you're spitting truth to me right there. The thing you don't realize about somebody's street beef's record, is it doesn't always tell the whole story of an experience level. If somebody fights sanctioned fights and they're 5-3 in sanctioned fights, they technically have 8 fights against higher level opponents. So why is it so wrong for us to put somebody that has a 0-0 street beefs record that might have amateur fights against somebody that has 8, street beefs fights? Because the records aren't representative of their fight career. It's representative of what they've done in the scrapyard or street beefs. So, and also, you know how hard it is to find a opponent for like Jay Gotham or Viking Warrior. So when somebody comes in and they're like, I want to fight Jay Gotham, but they're new, they're like, well, you already know what he does. You've seen his fights. So you're already saying that you're well aware of the risk. Okay. You're telling me you have experience. Okay. So why not let a 0-0 person fight an 8-0 person? Let's see here. We let Nerd Rage fight Shinigami. Nerd Rage was 1-0 versus Shinigami, who was 5-0, and very convincingly, Nerd Rage won that fight. Just that experience and your record don't always correlate, guys. We do our best job that we can to match people at fair based on weight and experience level. The records don't really matter. It's weight and experience level. Now, sometimes you do get lopsided matches and you watch and you're like, man, why'd you let those two fight each other? Well, sometimes they'll sign up and they'll put the same experience level down, but they won't have the same experience. They'll say, well, I'm a 3, and the other person say, I'm a 3. And then they fight, and it's like, well, either one of you was not as high of a 3 or one of you was a 5. So everyone has their own opinion of where they fall on the experience scale. Some people, they'll do karate for 20 years and they'll think they're a level 5, and they come out and get beat by somebody that's done boxing and wrestling for a year. It's actually a Bruce Lee quote. Or somebody will say, or somebody will join a boxing gym and just get hammered on by pros and amateurs all day long. So they like legitimately think they're a 1, and they go out there and they just piece up other ones. It's hard to do. We do the best that we can. And I can't always convey that on the comment sections of videos or even really for the fights. So you just kind of have to realize that. And I'm glad you asked that, to be honest. I know I got a little, cruddy with it at first, but I do get that question a lot. So, yeah, I do. That's what these kicking it with chickens are for, guys. I like to explain why we do certain things. There's always a method to our madness. There's a reason why we do certain things, and this is the perfect opportunity for me to explain it to you. So, yeah, we do run pretty low on mismatches. Mostly, it's new people that the mismatches. If you get 2 0-0 fighters, that's usually where we get a mismatch. Sometimes people will be at the fights and they don't get a fight, and they'll be like, "Well, I still want to fight." They're like, "Well, I don't want to see you fight the one person that is left, Jay got him." They're like, "Well, I want to fight him because I want to fight today." I'm like, all right, man, you can have Jay got him. So that's it. Bam Bam, what's up? From Leavenworth, probably snowed in. Gig Harbor, Washington. Yes, Phoenix. There's also Streetbeefs West Coast that fights down there. There's Texas, or not Texas Anarchy anymore. They're Streetbeefs Dirty South, so they fight in Texas. But if you want to fight in the scrapyard, you got to fly up to Washington. But a lot of people do it. We got Illuminate the State that comes from, I believe, Vegas, Arizona, or California. Sorry, Illuminate. I know I should know where you live. He actually went with us to Virginia, so he flew all the way over to Virginia with us. I flew to Virginia. Doughboy flew me to Virginia. Anomaly, Buddy V. We all went to Virginia, and a couple other people. Overtime Hustlin' met us there. Shout out to OTH. Check them out. Overtime Hustlin'. Give them a subscription because they do reaction videos to our fights on Sundays with Cuzzo, and they're entertaining. Heart in the Fight. Subscribe to them. They do in-depth looks. They do an in-depth look on the fight outside of the fight. So what fighters got to go through outside the ring. So they're another a good resource to check out. So I really appreciate you guys for coming into the chat. I'm glad I could explain some things for you. I honestly appreciate you being subscribed to the channel. If you aren't subscribed yet, Scrapyard GoPro is another channel that I have recently started of alternate angles. So sometimes there's exclusive videos on there too. I have put probably 3 or 4 exclusive fights on there that you won't find on this channel, like fully edited main angle fights. But for the most part, the Scrapyard GoPro is I don't think so. Morningstar. Oh, yeah, I know you guys want all the belts. We can't come to Hawaii because this type of thing isn't legal in Hawaii. But we do get people flying from Hawaii to come fight over here. Pookie, he was a guy that fought out here. He was from Hawaii. His brother Pony Boy, as well as some other people that are from Hawaii that have come out here to fight. So, yeah. Anyway, I was concluding. I'm going to finish concluding. So thanks again, everybody. If you got any questions, you can. You're moving to Hawaii. Okay. Damn it. I hope you still fight in the scrapyard. If you have any questions after this, please just email me at scrapyardfighting@gmail.com or DM me on Facebook or streetbeefs_scrapyard on Instagram. Those are how you're going to get a hold of me. Oh, I think you'll go pro eventually, man. You got potential. All right, guys, I got to go. I got to get up for work. I got stuff to do. So. No, he ain't taking the belt to Hawaii. He's going to get his own copy of the belt. All right, guys. Thanks for kicking it with Chicken, and I'm out.